Big LEZ'S League, an all rugby league experience.
Welcome back. This year we've got Big Les returning to cover the NRL. I know you've been waiting since pretty much the grand final finish to dive straight back into it.
Mate, totally. I've been missing coming into the porn studio on a Thursday, so it's good to be back.
It's great. You miss the casting couch, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's just over there. Reach out at it.
Mate, we'll work your way back there. Mate, we've obviously got the All-Stars game, but before we go there, a couple of exciting trials, especially my Chookies. They've pretty much got a full side there against a Manly reserve grade. Is there anyone to keep an eye out for?
There's plenty of guys to keep an eye out for, especially for that Roosters side. They've got a lot of guys running in that side. Manly obviously had a big win the other day last week.
Who did they beat?
They beat South.
Okay,
well, we had a reserve grade side and they had Luke Brooks, pretty much their full side in there.
Yep.
I'd be keeping an eye out for Manly, for the hookers, Jordan Chan Kum Tong and Jamie Humphreys.
Yep.
Really solid hookers. They've got not too much NRL experience. Jordan obviously came in at the back end of the year, but they'd be fighting it out for that 14 jersey. What I did find interesting, though, was that Carl Lawton, bit of a journeyman, as some people would call him. He obviously came back in. He came back in towards the back end of the year for a little bit, then got dropped again. But he is starting at 9 for this game, and he did start at 9 for the last game as well. So he'd be one to watch out for that 14 jersey as well. So there's a few guys from Manly to watch. I know that there's a few Chookies that you like as well.
Yeah, well, definitely. I'm very excited about these. If you want an NRL tip, I reckon if you can get $9.50, the $10 around the Roosters, I think that could be at least a good trade throughout the season. I think they will trade shorter at some stage. Let's go to the All-Star game. Who do you like?
There's a few players that I like for the All-Star game in terms of anytime try scorers, but I've got a bit of a controversial one for you. Obviously, the Indigenous All-Stars are the favourites, but I've got the Māoris winning. They're paying, I think they'd be paying around $2.30.
Yeah,
really solid team that they've got there. They've obviously got a great spine. Jerome Hughes from Melbourne is obviously playing 7. The interesting one for me is going to be that battle between Latrell and Jesse Arthurs. Arthurs hasn't played fullback in a while, so it'd be good just to see how he goes. I think that Tamale Martin will come off the bench and play that fullback role, but we'll have to wait and see. They've got a very interesting rotation, a lot of forwards in that side. But
have the Maoris won the last 2 or 3 years of this game?
The Indigenous side won last year.
But before that, it was the 3.
I think there was a draw, and then the Māoris won the year after.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's quite even in terms of the record, but I think the Māoris, they just have a stronger side. And when you've got Joey Tarpanay at 13, Leo Thompson in the front row.
They certainly have a stronger pack. I know the Indigenous side, star power out wide and flashy, but as you know, a lot of games are won in the forwards, and it's something where I think the Maoris, I can definitely see where you're going there. What are the legs for your multi anytime try scorers?
So I've obviously got the Māoris to win. That'd be around, as I said, around that 215, 230 range. Then I've got Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. If he's playing left centre, we know what he can do at left centre. We've seen him there in Origin, in the Origin arena. We've also seen him there for Clubland towards the back end of the year as well. He did get a few runs from Wayne at centre.
Yep.
Really like him there. He's got a beautiful right-hand fend on that left-hand side. Also got a bit of a kicking game to set up his outside man as well. So definitely one to watch there. The Hammer, he'd be around 210.
Yep.
Matt Timoko, obviously from the Canberra Raiders. A Canberra side that could struggle this year, but I feel like if there's going to be any shining light out of that side, it's going to be Matt Timoko, and I think he's going to come into the year very strong. From what I'm hearing, he's training very well, so definitely one to keep an eye on there. I think he'll be on the left centre as well. And then Jerome Hughes is a bit of a smoky. He'd be more around the $3.80, $4 range.
Yep.
But definitely a smoky. Loves that right side now. He's made it his own, obviously playing fullback and 6 in years prior, but he's really made that 7 his own. His kicking game's great, obviously doing a lot of work with Peter Breen from Rugby Bricks. He does some incredible stuff with the Melbourne Storm, West Tigers and the Bulldogs. He's been doing a lot of work with him. His kicking game is outstanding, especially the 40-20s. That's going to be one to watch as well. He's really improved in that regard. But try scoring, that right step on that right side, great grubber on him as well. He has a really good chase. Jerome Hughes, 380. I love it.
You sound very, very confident, Big Les. could be a feast or a famine with you, I think, sounding off in round one. One other quick question before I let you go. I know South's beloved to your heart. Charity Shield, how are they looking?
I do like the Rabbitohs in this one. It's a very different team.
We'll get a HIA for Les. Kick off.
I don't need it, mate. Trust me. It's not the bias at all.
Okay.
Jacob Gagai fullback. They're going to do really, really well.
All right, beautiful. Well, we'll see you back here next week and we'll review some of those tips.
Can't wait.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website.